Provectus Biopharmaceuticals, as you see, and we are taking new front in war against cancer. Basically, we're dealing with rose Bengal. It's first-in-class hologenic centene to safely and efficiently fight cancer and inflammatory dermatosis. As I said, we are focusing on rose Bengal, which is 10% of agent which was used in past was used in diagnostics. So basically, this is the main agent we are working with. Our as company goals first is to have Provectus Advanced Investigational Oncology Drug PV10 employed in the treatment of all solid tumors, cancers such as melanoma, liver, and breast. Actually, we suggest to use that before, during, and after surgery, in combination with other therapeutical agents and therapies, as other cell therapies, actually. And of course, our goal is to advance our investigational dermatology drug PH10, which also made of rose Bengal, but used for psoriasis and atopic dermatitis treatment. This is what we have done since our last meeting in Zurich in March. So we began our international pivotal phase 3 randomized controlled trial of stage 3 melanoma. We presented phase 1 trial data for liver cancer, both hepatocellular carcinoma and liver metastasis. And glad to say we jointly awarded a patent with Pfizer covering combination therapies for cancer. As a company, we were founded in 2002 by 3 scientists from Oak Ridge National Laboratory. And as I said in the beginning, the main agent we deal with is rose Bengal, which is 10% of rose Bengal solution. It's how molecule looks like. Actually, interesting thing that this rose Bengal was founded in Basel here in the 1882. And until 1980s, the science was a little locked, so we have no really information how it works during this time. But after, we see that from 1980s, we started to see that the rose Bengal really works and start use in clinical trials. This is a little of history, as I mentioned. So firstly, in late 80s, discovered that dose-dependent survival increases in the mice receiving rose Bengal. After, in the end of 90s, rose Bengal identified as an anti-neoplastic candidate, then cytotoxicity demonstrated in preclinical studies, after with C follow-up studies in humor-supported activity, and nowadays, 2015, we are working with in phase 2-3 in clinical trials. What is interesting in our cancer treatment that we see both effects. Local effect, like tumor ablation, we put intralesional injection of rose Bengal, and we see local effect, which responds in 1-2 hours, and systemic effect. We see that in 1-2 weeks, actually. So to talk about local effect in few sentences, that the patient's tumor burden is rapidly reduced after injection of PV10 into cancerous lesion. And selectively targeting by rose Bengal minimizes side effect. So basically, this is immunotherapy, and we can talk about minimum of side effect or even no of them. And unlike many other cancer drugs, PV10 does not rely on a assigned pathway to work and has no resistance, which is really important. And systemic effect, as I thought, is 1-2 weeks. It's called tumor-specific immune response. PV10 causes regression of untreated tumors, potentially prolongs progression-free survivals. And possibly, we can see possibility to combine this drug with other immunomodulatory drugs. I'm happy to say that we're enrolling phase 3 in our PV10 treatment. Actually, we completely finished the second, and here we can see that in April 2015, we started our phase 3 trial. Interim data readout and 50% events are achieved. Metastatic melanoma phase 2 trial, so this and 82% local regional disease control rate was achieved in available patients. 50% complete response, which is good in patients where all disease was treated. Peer-reviewed data published. Here's metastatic melanoma phase 2 trial clinical example. So basically the patient was male, age 57. He had third B stage melanoma recurrent after 3 surgery. All his 6 lesions were injected with PV10 drug, and additional injections is some lesions at weeks 8 and 24. And we see complete remission at 24 weeks. No evidence of disease at the end of the study. It was week 52. This is our metastatic melanoma phase 1 trial clinical example. The patient was male, 86. He had 3C stage of melanoma, multiple subcutaneous metastasis that occurred after surgery, and radiotherapy. Single treatment was by PV10 in 1 lesion, actually, and 3 untreated by stridor lesions, so just in 1 lesion. We can see complete remission at 18 weeks and no evidence disease at 28 months. What is new is hepatocellular carcinoma and cancer metastatic to the liver phase 1. This is new to compare with what we had in Zurich in March. So actually, toxicity was transient and treatment had acceptable tolerability, so no long-term adverse events. Preliminary efficacy in treatment of liver tumors with PV10 was observed. 10 of the 13 patients alive up to 54 months follow-up. We, as Provectus Biopharmaceuticals, we are a global company, and we are happy to present our data in different parts of the world, in different congresses and conferences. So in dealing with melanoma, we have presented our phase 2 final data for metastatic melanoma in ESMO 2012, ESCO 13, EIDO in Vilnius. In 2014, ESMO, Madrid, Spain, and Chicago also. So we are all over the world, actually. What is more interesting to say about all that we, in phase 1 preliminary data for cancer to the liver, we have presented our data in Barcelona this year and Japan, Osaka as well. We are collaborating with Moffitt Cancer Center, and we have good feedback from our collaboration, actually, and there's results of this treatment. PV10 commercial strategy, so leverage the global opportunity for PV10. Build partnerships in selected geographies, as we want to collaborate and we want to expand them. And to sum up, it's ablative immunotherapy, safe and tissue-sparing, locally and systemically effective, multi-indication viability, synergistic combination, easy of physician use and supportive of patient compliance, easy to use, reuse, ship, store, handle, and globally affordable. This is our key facts. And here's more information to contact. And actually, me and a colleague of mine, Kristen Hedegaard, we're having booth here in exhibition. So if you have any questions or you want to contact us, so feel free to come. And actually, because of time borders, I skipped some slides. But we have all presentations on our website and also in our booth. So just feel free to come and let's have discussion.